first of all, thanks everyone. And yeah, let's get started. So a little bit about myself. I started affiliate marketing from $10 investment when I was in Pakistan in 2010. And after that, I launched affiliate marketing blog, kjrocker.com in around 2011, thanks to Warrior Forum mods, because they used to censor all my posts and all that. So after that, I moved to UAE in 2013, 2019, I moved to UK and during all this process, not only I ran many affiliate campaigns myself, I actually helped many affiliates earn a living as well. One of my students sold his lead gen brand in Asia, and it turned out to one of the biggest ones. So yeah, it's happy to know that not only I progressed myself, but also I helped other people. So today, the topic I'm going to talk about is launching your own lead gen brands and your own lead generation campaigns. And first of all, why I got into this, I'll just give you a little bit idea. Now, the thing is, I'm not saying now all the affiliate networks, but majority of affiliate networks, especially when it comes to mainstream affiliate networks, their payouts are same as in 2010, exactly same. Media buying costs, as you all, most of you know, are getting really high. So it's really difficult to cope up with rising costs and then making something out of it. And their margins are really low. Unless your affiliate networks don't own the offers themselves and all that, it's really hard. And it gets worse when it comes to lead generation. And we got to pay bills. So yeah, that's the reason I prefer to have my own brands. Now, with that, there are a few pros and cons as well. So first of all, let's talk about why your own lead gen offers are better and why working with affiliate networks sometimes doesn't work out. Especially in my case, it didn't work out in lead gen. So the thing is, affiliate networks give you low payouts. There are different third parties, so they have to cut your payouts. There's less control over the offers and over funnels, compliance issues, then no flexibility and all that. And the thing is, sometimes ad networks don't like you because you're working as an affiliate and all that. Whereas when it comes to your own brands, you have high payouts, you get paid in advance, you have full control over whole funnel, you can create pages and all that based on ad network's requirements. For example, if Google needs me to do something, I can easily do that. Facebook needs me to do something, I can do that. And then you can name your price. You can get payouts based on your quality. So these are a few positive things. Now, I'm not, now I'm going to compare how it is. For example, I'm doing life insurance, right? So here's one of my clients who paid £30 per lead for life insurance leads. So now, as you can see, I'm charging him £30, which is around $50 or something like that. And here our affiliate network price is almost half of the price I'm charging. You get paid from affiliate networks. So that's the problem. You're losing almost 50% of your payout just because your network doesn't have the direct offers and all that. There are networks which do have direct offers and all that, which can afford to offer you, but there are not many like that. So that's my issue. Now, when we talk about pros, we can also talk about cons of lead gen. First of all is compliance. You have to follow the guidelines, and you'll have to forget affiliate mindsets because it's not all about conversion. You have to focus on quality as well, and then you have to have some sort of technical side as well, as you're not just going to run one landing page and send all the traffic. You'll have to build a whole funnel. So that's the one thing. And then the challenge is finding direct buyers as well. And you have to sometimes compete with affiliate networks for the available caps because buyers may not have many caps, or they already allocated those caps to the affiliate networks. So that works as well. Now, this is the exciting point, pricing models. There are so many different ways you can price your leads. That's what excites me most. For example, I have 3 favorite modules. For example, one thing you want to do is, in most of them, you get paid in advance. For example, if I don't get paid on Friday, I won't run any campaigns on Monday. So my buyers have to pay me in advance. Now, exclusive leads, this is just, I'll send one lead to just one buyer. Then there is multiple buyers where you can distribute one lead to more than one buyer. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll reduce my lead price to almost half of exclusive and then distribute it to 3 buyers or more. And then the other module, which I really love, is what I call zero risk module. In this, what happens is I charge ad spend to the buyers. And then when they make profit, a certain percentage out of it comes back to me as well. And then there are 2 more modules, back-end model, where you don't charge anything on front end and on back end. Once a buyer makes profit, you split that. But this is really high risk one, so you have to be careful with that. And then the exclusive lead for a limited number of time. For example, you sell a lead to one buyer for 7 days. After 7 buyers, you open it up to multiple buyers. You can do that as well. And you can even make more money by selling light transfers, like hotkeys. You can use services like Answer Connect and all that to actually call the lead as soon as lead comes. Call that lead and then transfer that to the buyer and charge a premium amount for that. And then filter data. If you have buyers who want a specific age groups, you can sell them those leads at a premium price. And then you can validate leads more, for example, their postcode, their phone number, and all that. And based on that, you can even charge buyers most. So now, how does everything work? What are the complete steps you take if you want to start today? Number 1 thing is choose a niche. Number 2 is build a funnel. 3rd is find buyers. 4th, traffic. And 5th, distribute leads. Now, if you notice, I put find buyers on step 3. Many people would put this on step 1, but the thing is, you have to show something to the buyers. Like, okay, here's my funnel. This is how it's going to work. When I notice people are looking for buyers, the biggest issue they get is finding buyers is they don't have anything to show for. So first of all, have a niche in your mind and then build funnel and then reach out to buyers. Don't just look for buyers first and build everything else later. If you have everything built in, it's really easy to convert these buyers. For example, in UK, it's, it doesn't take long. Like if when I get on a call with buyers, they already know what's going on, how it's working. I just show them like, this is my process. And then they're like, okay, how do we pay? And move on. So it's not hard to sell when you have everything in place. So when we talk about niches, there are tons of niches, to be honest, and tons of opportunities. That's the beauty of lead generation. It's not about a certain geo, it's not about a certain region or anything. For example, driving instructors, local dentists, home improvement, construction, and all that. You can do that locally as well. Like I know so many people in my town who are doing, they're selling driving packages, driving instructors. What they do is they send them students. They charge, for example, 10 lessons in advance, and then they give half money to the driving instructor and tell them, okay, here you go. There's no cost to you, and they keep 50% of the payment they receive for the crash course to themselves. And so same way, there are nationwide as well, solar, broadband, grants, claims. These are a few big niches. Accountants, stuff like that. You can sell accounting packages and all that. For example, in tourism, there's tons of stuff. You can sell tour packages and take your fee and then pay rest to the tour package, tour company or stuff like that. We had a helicopter tour website in Dubai where we used to sell helicopter tours. Again, same concept. Charge to the customer and then take your cut and send rest of the money with the booking to the company who provides the service. So it's really easy as that. Now, when it comes to building funnels, how do we build funnel? It's simple, to be honest. First of all, it's going to be your ads on Facebook, on Google, or on native advertising networks. The second is editorial, where you're going to create awareness. You're going to attract people. Lead collection is where your lead collection pages, where you collect leads, and then lead management. That is something new to affiliates. And then lead delivery. These are the two new things. In lead management, what you do is you validate leads and filter leads based on the buyer's preference. You can use different softwares. I use LeadByte for this. It's an amazing software. Then you deliver lead to the buyer. For example, if they want it in their CRM, you integrate it with that. If they want it through email, you do it through that, or SMS, or you can send it through Google Sheets. But I prefer the clients who have CRM, because that shows they are serious about what they're doing and they know their stuff. And the next step of the funnel is now advertorials. Normal standard advertorials, we have all seen it. The second is bloggertorials. Now, these are blog posts, but they're selling something. Like, it's not just going to be one page. It's going to be a whole blog about a niche, and where we where we post different kind of subjects. We are trying to attract. Basically, what we are trying to do is we're trying to build credibility, so that people know that it's not just one-off website, one-off page or anything. We are going to add tons of informative content, and then all of that content will be pointing back to the lead gen page. And the other one, which no one else will tell you about, is sponsored stories or sponsored bloggertorials. Now, this is something I learned in Dubai when working with PR companies and all that. So it basically works like, let's say there's an affiliate network who wants to approach different affiliates. And instead of going through direct, like telling them, okay, come through me, what they'll do is they'll post a paid post on my blog about their network and all that, and through that they'll attract them. And then what we also do is post on news sites and all that, and send paid traffic there. Once you send paid traffic, that news website or whatever, they'll realize, like, okay, this article or this content is receiving tons of traffic, so why don't we rank it high? So you can easily take it on high rankings. And then there are going to be other news sites who will take same piece of content and publish on their platforms. And also you'll get tons of organic traffic this way, that those news platforms and all that, they'll send you those in newsletters as well. There's so much to talk about this. Because of a short time, I can't discuss all of it, but you can reach me after this presentation if you want to discuss this. So here is an example of bloggertorials. For example, we ran this during the Christmas. What we did was we created posts about every town and all that in the UK, and then compared all the broadband providers there for that town to see which one's best, and used or affiliate links and all that. So that is an example of, you can say, bloggertorial. Now, when it comes to lead generation pages, quiz sites work best because they're simple, to the point, and they slowly collect all the information and validate it while they do it. For example, here is an example of one of my quiz style pages. And as you can see, it is collecting all the information step by step. Instead of having all the questions at once, what I'm doing is I'm slowly qualifying the users, slowly collecting all the information. So that really helps out as well, because the customer is not overwhelmed with all the questions at once. It's just one by one, and it's more engaging for the people. And if they have filled like half of it, they're more likely to go ahead. And if you can notice, when it asks for phone number, we actually validate that phone number. So while we collect all the information, we also validate it to make sure that all the information is correct. If it's not correct, we hide this button, call to action button, so that user can't go to next level. So for example, here in phone number, as you can see, this is validating it. And unless it's not validated, as you can see, it showed red thing. But yeah, so we validate everything. Now, the biggest challenge I don't know why people call it is finding buyers, finding direct buyers. It shouldn't be a challenge. You know why? Because we are affiliates. That's what we do. That's our jam. The first thing you do is advertise. Just like you're promoting a product, promoting an offer, promote yourself, promote your services, and use Google Ads, use Facebook ads and stuff like that, and reach out to the prospective buyers to give them your services. So it shouldn't be a big challenge for affiliates. I don't know why they make it a big challenge. As long as, again, as I said before, as long as you have everything, as long as you have something to show for, this is easy. You don't have to, really struggle with everything. Your conversion rates are going to be super high when it comes to onboarding buyers if you have everything in place. So the second thing is LinkedIn manual outreach. Now, what you want to do is you want to look at top competitors, top buyers, top brands within your niche. Now, the keyword is not affiliate, introducer. When you're going to go and reach them out, look for the marketing manager, look for their director of marketing, look at, if it is a small company, look for the company director and ask them, do you work with introducers? Because affiliate, they won't have any idea what is an affiliate. So you want to ask them instead, do you work with introducers? We want to introduce customers to you. And there's no business in the world who would say no to you. And then contact big companies, as I said before. Look for the companies and reach them out through email, through Facebook. Again, same thing. What I do is I just simply ask them who's the best person to contact them for marketing and stuff like that. And they give me contact. And next thing I do is I get them on a call and just try to work things out with them. Okay, traffic. Well, again, we are affiliates, and for affiliates, there are tons of traffic base. Personally, I use native advertising, and I have an amazing native advertising. If you guys are looking to learn about native advertising, it's absolutely free of cost. You can go to kjrocco.com and download it. What I noticed in lead generation, especially, is Facebook is cheapest, but quality can go really down. So it came to a point where I started losing the high-paying clients, so I stopped it. Google, it is premium quality, but it's really expensive, so sometimes it doesn't work. LinkedIn is B2B goldmine. If you have B2B lead generation campaigns, you should try LinkedIn. TikTok, it is great quality as well, but it costs a little more. It's still new, so maybe it's just me. Google Display, again, and YouTube takes a lot of money, but really high quality traffic, and you'll get good volumes out of it. Now, when it comes to lead distribution, as I said, I use Lead Buy, which helps me to validate lead information, to filter out bad phone numbers and all that. For example, fake details and all that. It helps you to filter out. It checks real time if the details of customers entered are correct or not. Then distribute amongst buyers. So it helps you to distribute leads based on settings you set. For example, if someone it can send leads to the highest bidder first, your client who's paying you highest first, and then second, and then third, or however you set it. It can help you to send to multiple as well. So filter leads based on criteria, and then API for host and post sites. For example, what I do is I create different sites, and through all those sites, I integrate them with API so that I can transfer my leads from website to this Lead Buy. And if you have sub-suppliers, or if you want to work with your friends, that's what I do. I sometimes allow my friends to work with me, especially to help me maintain my volumes. So you can also allow other affiliates to work with you. Dashboard for buyers. If you give a dashboard to buyers so they can have a look at leads, how many leads they bought and all that, that really helps out. TPS checks and validations. For example, do not call numbers and all that directories. This helps you out of legal troubles and all that. Helps you to get stop litigators and all that. So it really helps you out. So that's what my presentation was about today. So if you are interested to work with me, I'm not only running campaigns, I always help others people, and we have a program where we actually work with other people who want to get into to lead generation. We help them build funnels, we help them find buyers, we help them get traffic, and we help them close exclusive deals. I think more than traffic, what I'm best at is building businesses, building the structures, helping people find buyers and helping them with the strategy and all that. But we got a super amazing team as well, who's really good at building building funnels and all that. And of course, media buying, and we have got some really awesome media buyers as well, and we provide each and everything. So in case if you're interested, you can just email me at kj@05media.co.uk or just telegram me at kjrocco. So that was it. So if you have any questions or anything, I'd be happy to answer.
All right, KJ, that was awesome. You're talking about stuff that resonates quite a bit with me, and I have a slew of questions here. I'm not sure if we're going to get through them all, but I'm going to try it. First and foremost, thank you for that.
Gracious. I'm more than happy to discuss it. It's actually something I'm really excited to share about because not many people talk about this stuff. So
yeah, definitely. And I think you've kind of taken it to the next level where it's like, I mean, and I'll just give you a bit of insight into our business. I mean, we partnered with a landscape company because of the way we were able to generate leads through SEO and Facebook ads. But what you're talking about is a very interesting method. It's selling those leads to prospective buyers, which I love. And obviously, as a business owner in that business, it makes your life that much easier when you're not so dependent on working with clients. You know, you are basically the tap, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So for yourself, I mean, first of all, what's your preferred method for generating those leads? You talked about Google, Facebook, SEO. What's your preferred method for generating those leads? I know they vary in quality, but what's your preferred method?
Yeah, well, personally for me, what worked best for me was native advertising, because that produced best quality leads. Google, it's amazing, but it gets really expensive. So that's the reason I kind of dumped it. I still do Google, but not a lot. But I really focus on native. And another thing on native is, like, if you guys are running anything on natives, there are specific feeds. If you can focus on those feeds, for example, feeds. There are some feed suppliers who specialize in certain niches, certain verticals. So if you go direct with them, you can even make more, save tons of money, and get tons of volume. You can go exclusive with them and all that. So that's why, personally, for me, native works best because it helps me to grow really fast.
Do you do native as well on a local level?
Yeah, I advertise it even on local level as well. Like, especially because I think that works best because, for example, through native, you can advertise on all these news sites and everything. And when people see that a local company is being featured there, they're more trusting over that. So
more credibility, yeah. For sure. That's awesome. In terms of support, post lead, do you offer much in terms of support? Do you offer any guidance? Because you might get it. I'm sure you get clients saying, like, questioning the quality of the leads, right? So is there any sort of post lead follow up that you give to your clients?
Yeah, we always do. One thing I always do is I try to set expectations. When I'm signing them up, I ask them, what's your expectation? And then I give them, for example, if you talk about contact rate, not everyone is going to pick up their phone. So what we do is we tell them, like, you're going to get 50 to 60% contact rate. Above that, it's not possible. But what you can do is you can use different methods to improve that. You can have your own CRM and all that. But the thing is, it's not it depends on both sides. So that's why what I do is I try to set their expectations. So I give them an idea of what I can do. I can create awareness. I can make people sign up and all that. But selling is your job. Selling is not my job. So, but yeah, we work with them. If there's any problem with the messaging, for example, people sign up and say, I didn't sign up for this, I was looking for something else. We definitely have a look at it and try to fix it.
You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. So in terms of finding those buyers and selling those leads to buyers, do you offer like a free trial, or do you do like a PPL type of deal? How does that look?
Okay, that is PPL, pay per lead, and free trial is a bad idea. I'll tell you why. Then you're setting the buyer's expectations from, very start. You're kind of spoiling them. I tried working with these kind of people, and their conversion rates are really bad. So instead, I want to work with someone who doesn't hesitate in things. I give them everything they're looking for. I give them a proper explanation. This is how my flow is. This is how it is. If you like it, take it. If you don't,
So in terms, I guess when an affiliate starts out, let's just say SEO. Okay, they're generating some traffic to their site. They're getting 2 or 3 leads a week coming in. In that case, there, like, how would you bridge that relationship with a buyer to be like, hey, I'm getting a few leads here and there. Do you want to pay per lead? That's kind of an awkward conversation when there's not a steady flow of leads, right?
No. What I'd do is I'd focus on, like, if you would rather buy 10 leads and only 5 of them convert, or these are the people who are more likely to convert because they're looking for example, if I'm using SEO, that means a person is searching for that lead. So, I'd focus more on quality. Okay, my volume is less, but my quality is top notch. So, yeah, you kind of focus on what you have best.
Definitely. Awesome. And in terms of, enticing people to submit their info to become a lead, is there any tips you can give around those creatives that you're using, or how you're luring people in with that bait? Okay.
There are a few things which work. For example, check your eligibility, then compare different, for example, in life insurance, we use compare a lot. Where we basically tell people, like, you sign up with us and then you'll be able to compare all the providers from just from us, not that you have to sign up everywhere. So it depends on your hook, on your angle, what your marketing angle is. But yeah, eligibility, usually calculators, eligibility, and these are a few keywords: compare, expert advice, free expert advice, free quote. These angles work best. But again, it's the same thing. Is you want to create quiz style pages because that doesn't make people feel too irritated or anything. If there are interesting ones, they always have best results as compared to just normal forms. What I noticed is, like, by using quiz style pages, I almost increased my conversion rates to 5%.
Do you find white papers, lead magnets being effective?
They could be, yes, but I haven't tried them yet. White papers and all that, I haven't tried them. I guess
you really got to kind of sync up what the actual end result is, or the intent behind that user, and you got to kind of make that white paper compelling enough for them to submit their information, so it's still a quality lead. Because that's the thing about white papers; they're typically not the highest quality. They're not even in the consideration stage yet, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. What we want to do is we want to kind of make them, make a decision and then get it, instead of like if someone is downloading a guide or something, they haven't made a mind yet. What I want them to do is I want them to make their mind up right there and then sign up.
Got it. I wanted to ask about, because I know you mentioned in your presentation, you mentioned something about paid traffic helping the actual search itself.
Yeah.
So that does help contribute when you're sending paid traffic to, for example, a blog post. That's helping the actual organic search.
Yeah, well, the way it works is, for example, that is more about sponsored advertorials. So what we do is we kind of send them paid traffic for example, on a news site, and on news site, when it starts ranking up, when the publishers see that this news is getting lots of traction, it would automatically go up in that section. So, that's how it works. And also then other news aggregators and all that, they'll pick that news up as well. So yeah, definitely that helps out. And then news, you get featured in newsletters and stuff like that.
How are you generating leads yourself for your own business?
At the moment, it's mostly native advertising, and then a little bit about sponsored blog tutorials.
Awesome. KJ, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for answering those questions and for your presentation today. What's the best way for our audience to get in touch with you if they have any questions?
Yeah, well, they can reach me out at Telegram, KJ Rocker, or just email me at kj@05media.co.uk.
You on the socials?
Yeah, just look for KJ Rocker and.
Awesome. Thanks again, KJ. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.